All right, we're live. Good morning, everyone. Let's go live over here. How are we doing today? Ah, go. Whew. Yeah, bit of a foot race this morning. Slept good last night. 79. 79 on the sleep scale, sleep whatever, from the Aura ring. I don't know how accurate it is. I know I feel pretty good. We took most of Sunday and just kind of felt like we got run over by a truck and just kind of hung out and recharged a little bit. I don't have my mic today or my headphones because I still haven't figured out what happened to my laptop uh, during the weekend, unplugging and plugging presentations in and messing with everything. So we'll figure that out and get it going. I'll put a guy on it today. That's me. you, you know, if I can figure it out and it's technological, it's probably fairly simple. So good morning, everybody. Welcome. I'm glad that you're here. Pop in the chat. How you doing today? Scale of 1 to 10. Let me see when my comments come up here. Boom, bada, boom. Been a little bit slow, the connectivity lately. I'll have to talk to powers that be about that. Who's here? We got, it says 3 or 4 people here. Let me see if it's coming through on the Facebook yet. Boom, boom, boom. Says I'm live. There we go. Some dude drinking coffee. 79 on the sleep score last night. Pretty good. Somebody told me over the weekend, they said, you can tell. You get on there and you're an 80 versus like a 62. We know the difference. So I'll work on my acting skills. Tolman is a 12. Good for you, buddy. Good for you. I know you already got the workout in. I saw your graph flash by me that I know is a Tolman post. Luke McGee is watching. Back safely. Luke, you didn't text me when you got home the other night. Could have been catastrophic. I'm glad you got back safely. Roy Dahl is here. Good to see you. Yeah, man. Tuesday. I had a second this morning. I was like, is it Monday or Tuesday? Things have been coming and hitting fast. And just moving and grooving and getting a bunch of things done. Kind of trying to wrap some stuff up on the construction side so that we can say, I'm not making any big, announcement because I think that we'll still get calls and there might be some people that we can help bring up by way of a strategic alliance in the contracting world. So, so keep it under your hat. Whoa, whoops, we're on live. Duh. Anyway, Dave Howard, good morning to you, sir. How are you doing this morning? Scale of 1 to 10. Yeah. I had my nephew told me that I should get this on Spotify, but I don't really view it as a podcast. It's kind of because I'm interacting with you guys, but I don't know. Maybe I will. I've already got a podcast, so maybe we'll expand it. Who knows? Everything's in play. Coffee number 2 this morning. Going down slick. And try to get a walk in today. I'm going to be on a call with my friends from my Ben Newman community later this morning and some coaching calls. So a good day all around. And the weather is continued overcast and shitty here in Maine. So if anybody had any questions about that, that's where that's at. Dave Brackett was here for the weekend, surprised me. And he said, man, I got to tell you, I'm looking forward to getting back to that 77-degree temps. And I can't argue. I talked with another guy from, I think, the Pensacola area this morning. And, you guys are doing all right down there. Although it's balmy up here in the 30s and 40s this week. So as I always say, shorts and mittens. It's funny how in the fall it drops to 40, 45 degrees. Everybody puts a winter coat on, and boots and hat and mittens. And then about April 1st, we get our first 45-degree day and everybody's out in a tank top and shorts. Same temp. Oh, well, it was funny. Well, cool. I'll get going. I wanted to talk today about some of the things that I've talked about in the book. And those of you that have bought it and continue to post it, I appreciate it. You can get this on Amazon. This was launched last Wednesday night. And, I got to tell you, I had my follow-up call with Mileka, the lady that ran that Zoom call. And she said, I've been dying to talk to you because I wanted to let you know that you had a 77% attendance rate. In other words, Of all the people that signed up to be on that call, 77% actually showed up. Normally, they expect 25 to 40%, less than 50. So you guys rocked it. And I had said on the call, like, I expect a lot from myself, but I expect a lot of my friends. So I appreciate you guys coming through and making that a great call for me. It's one I'll never forget. And within a day and a half, we had an Amazon #1 bestseller. So unreal, good stuff. Yeah, Matt Tolman, thank you. I appreciate it. You've had a hand in that, and I appreciate you guys continuing to post and say, hey, I got mine. They're landing this week at people's place. Last thing I'll say about the book, and this is something that she asked me to do, next steps and about the book, and nobody's commented on my hat yet. I mean, really. I got my bunker building and remodeling hat on this morning, issued from the owner himself. But anyway, the Malika was telling me that she said, if people read, when they read, please ask them to go on Amazon and write a review. And that's going to help you big time. So, and I got on, it was weird. I got on Barnes and Noble and Books A Million yesterday, and the book's there too, but that's all part of that KDP, Kindle Direct Publishing and all that stuff. There's I said Bunker. I thought that was Bunker. Tolman said that. But yeah, if you could be kind enough to leave a review, that would be great. Don't say, I've known Bob a long time. We used to go fishing. He's a wicked good shit. Say something that the book had, how the book had some impact on you, that kind of thing. If you've worked with me as a coaching client and there's some alignment there, then certainly share that. And if your name's Turner, change it to Tucker for the day. No, just kidding. Anyway, I want to talk today about aggressive patience. All right. Something that I've had to really work hard at because I kind of like everything. If you build it, they'll come for sure. I've always liked everything to happen overnight. I decided it's going to be, so it shall be, right? Like the next day. Anybody else like that? Raise your hand. Yes. Thank you. Let's get it done. I have a thing for my desk that says, take your time, but hurry up. Right. And that's kind of how I was at work. Like, yeah, we'll do it. Here's how I want to do it. We can try it your way, but if it doesn't work your way, we'll do it mine. We want to get it done. Right. But a lot of people think that success comes in one of two ways. Either you're going to grind 24/7 with no rest, or you sit back and trust to the process, waiting for things to happen. And neither one of those are great. What if the real secret to winning is kind of something in between? Pushing a little bit, but also not being on it all the time. And that's what I want to talk to you about, this concept of aggressive patience. Full disclosure, I stole it from Ben Newman. So, but we talk about it a lot in his group, and it's something that I like to bring up with you guys to be able to leverage my relationship with him to bring you guys good stuff. So, it's not about going all out every second, even though I've tried that. Okay. Continue to try it. But it's also not about sitting back and waiting for the right time. Okay. I call that aggressive patience. I want to thank you guys for coming today and listening to this. You guys that are catching it on the rewind, still post in the chat what you think. Aggressive patience is the ability to stay relentless in your effort. Okay. While being patient with the results. So we want to be relentless, but we also want to be patient. This isn't sit back and trust the process. Most people don't get that balance right away. They burn out or they quit too soon. Like I was talking to Steve Rosenberg today, Saturday, and I said, I'm doing well. I'm doing well, but I the pickaxe, and I said, I don't want to quit when I'm 3 feet from gold. And he said, or 3 inches. And that was an interesting comment. So we're going to break down aggressive patience today and what it really means and how you can apply it to your life and business and kind of why mastering it is the difference between frustration and success. All right. So Bill Gates said most people overestimate what they can do in a year and underestimate what they can do in 10. Overestimate what they can do in a year, underestimate what they can do in 10. Wendy is watching. Good to see you. Dave, there was more to your comment I didn't see. You're doing a great job building the community. Thanks, brother. I appreciate it. Appreciate that very much. So if you've ever felt frustrated because you're working hard, not seeing immediate results, this can be happening on the scales, right, in the morning, right? then this talks for you today. If you've ever quit something too soon because it wasn't working, wondered what it would be like if you had hung in there, this is for you. If you're tired of feeling like you're either sprinting in circles or standing still, this is for you. And it's for me, okay? Because we really, I've been really aggressive about building out this coaching business and team and community and all that stuff. And there have been some times I'm like, God damn, what do I got? What's the guy got to do, right? But we're playing the long game, but we're also staying aggressive, okay? So let's talk about aggressive patience, and it's really the balance between relentless action and long-term thinking. We want to be fired up. We want to go every day. We want to have that list we're checking off, but we're also looking long-term. What's out there on the horizon? Most people operate in extremes. They're either running full speed ahead, expecting everything to happen overnight, or they're sitting back waiting for something to happen before they take action. They want all the ducks in a row, right? But real success, guys, doesn't come from knowing how to put in the daily effort. It comes from knowing how to put in the daily effort without being emotionally tied to instant results, was what I had written down here. Don't be emotionally tied to those immediate results, right? Just play that long game. Think about planting a tree. You can't just yank on the roots to make it grow faster, right? You can try, but you can't you can't sit around hoping it'll grow without watering it. Success works the same way. You plant, you water, trust the process. I say attack the process, but you don't stop working and wait for the results. You keep working. Some people call that the grind. I don't know. I might argue a little bit. And here's why most people get this wrong. They're all gas, no brakes. All gas, no brakes. People who lack patience burn out. They sprint hard, expect quick wins, and quit when things don't happen fast enough. I've seen people jump in this coaching business after me and think they were going to do a bunch of stuff, and they post for 3 days and they're gone. And I'm like, well, throw a couple of years at it. Throw a couple of years at it and come see me. That's what, and I'll be over here just working. They might be great, but oftentimes they're not. They're gone. And then people make that sit and wait mistake. Well, I did a couple of good things. They lack the aggression. They stay stuck. They manifest and they wait for the right time, or they spend months planning and never executing. That's that paralysis by analysis thing, right? The winners do both. They keep taking action every single day while trusting that the results will show up over time. I do as many things as I can to not have to trust, to be able to say, hey, if you ask me to make 50 cold DM calls, I'm going to make 500, just because some other guy might have made 400. When we're doing hill sprints and we got 10 on the training plan, I'm going to do 11 or 12. That's just the way I'm wired. I want to try to control those variables. That's another call for another day, probably. Let's talk about the power of playing the long game while taking short-term action. What can we do in the short term that helps us in the long term? The greatest success stories weren't built in a day, but they were built daily. Think about the best athletes. Think about the best athletes, best entrepreneurs, the best leaders. Every single one of them mastered the long game. They never stopped showing up and putting in the work. And you've got your examples, the Tom Bradys, the Michael Jordans. Brady became the GOAT. He didn't become the GOAT in one season. Put in that daily work over 2 decades. What was he, 199th pick in the NFL? The championships came later from a guy nobody picked, really. So the moment you shift from I need results now, here it is, to I'm going to do the work no matter what, everything changes. See, because the guys and the girls that do the work and don't necessarily know what's on the other end, they just follow their gut. They follow their heart. I know this is good. I know this is pushing me in the right direction. I don't know what the payoff is. Those guys are the ones that you look at and say, wow, what an overnight success. What an overnight success. Yeah, it is true, Dave. Yeah, sure. So, where do you guys struggle the most say being too aggressive and expecting too much too soon, or being passive and waiting for the perfect moment. And how about that guy that's going to get off the couch and run a marathon on Saturday? He hasn't run a step. He's like, okay, he probably get it done. He probably will come staggering across the line in 7 hours. But did he really run a marathon? Drop in the comments, guys. What's one thing that you're committed to showing up for daily, even if you don't see immediate results? What are you developing your craft in? Where are you sharpening your edge? Sharpening your sword? What's the analogy I wanted to use? Yeah, that made me think of it. Sharpening the axe, right? Instead of spending 10 hours chopping down the tree with a dull axe, spend a few hours sharpening the axe and chop the tree down in 10 minutes, whatever it was. I butchered that, but you get the concept. So let's adopt an aggressive patience mindset today. Pick one, just pick an area where you've been pushing too hard. And just adjust your approach. And commit to that consistent action without getting too discouraged by slow results. Don't get discouraged, guys. It takes time. It takes daily discipline. Daily discipline beats occasional intensity. Hey, I'm fired up. I listen to Bob's live call. I'm going to go do this. And then by 2 days later, the daily discipline's gone. The motivation's gone. And you haven't done your shit. So write down one thing you'll do every day for the next 30 days that moves you forward, no matter what. What's today? The 25th, 31 days in January. So that's 56 plus 5. Today is day 61 or 2, 62, I think. I'm going live every day. Saturday and Sunday were a little questionable. I'll give you that. But we made it happen. We checked in. And I wrote down trust the process, but every time I do, I want to scratch it out and put attack the process. But trust the process here. Keep doing the work. Just keep doing the work. Remind yourself, progress compounds over time. You won't see massive changes in a week. But if you keep showing up, in 6 months, you could be unrecognizable, whether it's your business, your fitness, your nutrition, mindset. Matt Tolman says, I feel like I'm spread across the board and not focused on improving in one particular category, which is disheartening. Yeah, absolutely. That is why I offer my 30-minute free strategy call there, Buster. Me a bus. I'll talk with you. We'll bang a few things around. You don't have to look too far to find the link. I'll put it in after the 30-minute free strategy call. So I'd love to chat with you. Guys, fall in love with the process and the results will take care of themselves. All right? That's Eric Thomas. People who win aren't the ones who rush the process. And they aren't the ones who wait for things to happen either. They're the ones who show up every day, do the work, trusting that the results will come. I'll tell you what, the exact result that you want might not come, but I'll tell you what, something else will. Something else will. Good stuff's going to happen. I really believe that. Keep doing good things. If you're tired of being stuck, this aggressive patience thing could be your answer. Stop waiting. Stop quitting. Master that aggressive patience and watch what happens. All right? If this hit home for you guys today, drop aggressive patience in the comments. How's that for creative? If you want to go deeper on this, grab a phone call. Like I just said to Matt, grab a copy of Finding Your Edge. We talk about it in there to help you develop that long-term mindset of aggressive patience. So let me know how I can help you guys. We had a great event on Saturday. Now I'll just talk about it all week. Matt Tolman was there. Everybody, just about everybody on this call was there. Matt, you could get some aggressive patients, but those are in the hospital. If you get an aggressive patient, call security immediately. Damn auto text. Luke McGee's been here. Yeah, just about everybody that is on the call was at our event. I appreciate you guys. Share this out if you don't mind. Hit somebody with it that needs to hear it. I've gotten a few calls and I got a few emails of people that want to chat after being at the event and seeing what's going on. So that's the idea. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope you have a great rest of the week. I'll be back here tomorrow, same time, same station here in Studio B, and we'll get after it again. But this week, I'm just going through some of the concepts outlined in the book, and they're not new, guys. They're not unique to me. They're not proprietary. They're things that I've learned along the way, and I put my own twist on, hoping that that there's some value in the delivery. So I'd love to have you join one of our communities, one of our school communities, SKOOL. We're on there as The Edge and The Edge Live. Check them out. If you're not in our free Facebook group, hop in there. It's called The Summit. Matt Blood says, came in late. What's up, crew? Aggressive patience we're talking about today, brother. Hit it on the rewind. Hope things went well for you yesterday. Looking forward to talking with you today. Yeah, hit us up. Hit me up. We're doing our peak group call tonight at 7, and we have our bi-weekly call. That'll be next week for our Edge Live community. But I'll be here every day pouring into you guys, thinking about what's next for this 10-year overnight success. So, all right, guys, stay aggressive. I'll see you tomorrow morning, same time. Appreciate you. Go make somebody's day.